What advice do you have, practical advice on how to diffuse a situation?
Well, when we call someone on the telephone, or even when we meet them in person, sometimes they can be very angry, or they can be very upset. And, a lot of times they'll be yelling and screaming and saying obscenities. And one of the things we share with our collectors is never threaten the customer threaten to hang up on the customer. That makes their day. You can get rid of you that way. Or never correct them. And please don't try to convert them to your religious faith that day. It's probably not good timing. What you need to do is you need to listen to the message, not the messenger. And what I mean by that is, what are they trying to say to you when they're yelling and screaming? Are they saying, boy, the last person who talked to me gave me a rough time, or, my wife and I are having a problem, I'm going through a divorce, or my boss just fired me, or I just got a ticket on the way home today. Listen to the message, not the messenger. And by doing that, you're going to try to sort out what they're trying to say. And then also, when they're yelling and screaming, take brief notes. And after you let them empty their bucket, which takes about 15 to 30 seconds, then what you want to say is, let me review what you said to make sure I've understood you clearly. And, I've heard them always take a deep breath and go, because they think you're going to say back to them what they've just said to you. But what I mean with that is I want to say, let me review what you said to me and make sure I've understood you clearly. It sounds to me like you're having a bad day. It sounds to me like, you got a ticket on the way home and you're really upset. Or it sounds to me like the last person who talked with you here didn't do a very good job. So what I want to do is I want to review what they've said, and then I want to clarify what they said. So let me clarify what you're saying to me now. And then I'm gonna ask them fact-finding questions. You see, I want to know, by clarifying, I want to ask them, what happened, when did it happen, who would they talk with, why did that situation occur? That is the way you can diffuse those explosive situations. Now, there are some exceptions. You call someone on the telephone and they're on drugs, or they're drunk. I mean, they're incoherent. Well, what you want to do is you just want to say, this sounds like a really bad time for us to talk. Why don't you call me back tomorrow? Now, I don't ever depend on them calling me back. But a lot of times you're going to catch people when they're in just really bad situations. And in those situations, we're going to try to get back with that person at another time. More than likely, you're not going to be able to resolve it. Occasionally get someone who is just so bitter and so mad that you can never talk with those people. What you want to do is avoid getting in arguments with them and try to do everything you can to calm them down and get them to pay. If that doesn't happen, then you just got to move on and take some of the kind of action on the account.